I learned how to do this as Speaker of the House. When I came into the speakership, we had the worst deficit in state history, the worst economy since the Great Depression, and there were a lot of people that were panicking and didn't know how we were going to solve a $3.4 billion deficit, what we could do to fix the economy and so forth. And I learned very quickly as Speaker that the key to success was to change hearts and minds and give people the courage that they needed to make the necessary cuts. The way you do that is what I have termed knee-to-knee leadership. You literally have to sit with your colleagues in their office, in the Speaker's office, over lunch, whatever it is, and convince and persuade and educate. It doesn't happen all at once. It's just frankly like as an employer, if I have an employee behavior that I need to change, I'm usually not successful in getting it to change overnight, right? There's a process that occurs, a series of incentives sometimes has to be put in place to incentivize them to do the behavior I'm looking for. Legislators are no different. We're all people. We all respond to the same type of stimulus. And it just takes that one-on-one convincing and persuading. Because imagine the analogy that I give is when you're dealing with big and complex problems, like we dealt with in the state legislature and like need to be dealt in Congress, it's a little bit like keeping all the frogs in a wheelbarrow, right? The moment you put one frog in, another one jumps out. You reach down to put that, pick that one up and put it in, another one jumps out, right? But it's this constant teaching, persuading, and convincing while simultaneously pushing this wheelbarrow across the finish line. That was the key to my success as Speaker, was the ability to convince and persuade others and do it consistently and just be absolutely persistent. Even Republicans did not want to make the necessary cuts that we eventually had to make. Even a lot of them were afraid to cut state government to the degree it had to be cut. Well, at the end of the day, we made cuts totaling almost 30%. It didn't happen overnight. It took us almost 3 years to get it done. But that's the persuasion, and just being persistent. That's how you do it. That's how you work with others to get something done. It's not, I'll just close with this, it's not the flashy person that will get it done. It's not the first one to the television camera or the microphone or the one who makes the fancy floor speeches. That's not where the real work is actually accomplished. It's accomplished one-on-one, a block at a time. There's no shortcut. Just like in building, my business, there's no shortcut. It's just one block at a time.